Welcome. Today we'll be talking about some CDIs that we got here. Talking about the AC, DC CDIs, what's the difference between them, and just what's the difference between high performance CDI versus regular CDI, and how can you tell the difference whether you have a DC CDI system um, on your scooter or you have an AC system. It's a pretty big question, but I'll try to go through some of them. Try to determine whether your scooter is an AC system or a DC system. And in general, most of the scooters are out there, they're AC systems. And some of the AC units here are these right there. That's this blue one, high performance. A red one, which is a replica of that, it just does not have um, the rubber mount on it. But this one here, the orange one, it's got no rev limiter on it, so it pretty much revs up as high as it can. Um, and this one here, it does have a rev limiter on it. It is just a stock replacement CDI. All right, the DC is the yellow one. That's the only DC CDI we got here on display, and it's kind of interesting that this DC one has actually got a little screw right there. If you can barely see it. See if I can focus on that little screw, that Phillips screw right there. You can see it. That's adjustable, adjusting your little curve there from 15 to 20 degrees, and that should help your performance there. How can you tell whether you have an AC system or a DC system? One way is that if you disconnect your battery from a scooter, your main battery, if it's an AC system, your scooter will still keep running, versus a DC system, the scooter will turn off on you because DC is a direct current and it needs to come back to the source for it to work. While alternating current, it goes back and forth, so the little current thing, so it'll still stay running on the AC system. And DCs are usually bigger CDIs, and a lot of the DC CDIs, the plug that goes into this one will usually have 5-wire plug versus a 6-wire plug. Although it's got 6 pins, but one of them is a disconnect. All right, next. And on a DC system, usually you'll have a headlight switch that you could turn on and off on the headlights, because the DC has that option where in AC systems usually you have a scooter turned on before you could turn on the lights. That's just the way they wired it for the most part on the most scooters out there, especially Chinese, are pretty much relatively the same on most stuff. And these two, the orange one and the blue one, they're the same thing. This one's just a little fancier, and it's got like a little radiator there sort of looking thing to dispense the heat that might, accumulate from that, from it getting heat up. And it's got a little blinker button there that'll show you that it's working, and that's how sometimes you can see if it's turned on or if it's bad. So there's a little light there. They're just a little bit more money, but this one here is much easier to put in because you could just mount it to original mount. Usually comes on this, so you just slide it right in there, versus this one you got to strap somewhere somehow, a little bit there to strap, but not a biggie. But you could find these CDIs. I'll post the link below to see where you could get them. Pretty much general listings on eBay. You can check them out. This one I think ranges like $30. This one here is like around $16, I think, to $20, and these are around $15, and these are around like $12. Check them out. I'll post the link below. And thanks for watching.